backseat with Alan Knockup.
So you know that one of the cars
Is that true?
Yes, to land this Mr. Walter Gretzky. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm still standing beside you.
Wow. Take two. I'll just go ahead and pinch me. Go on now.
They're craft twin 48-foot wooden schooners, the traditional kind.
Hey everybody, I'm Stephanie Beaumont. Welcome to See and Be Seen, the show that celebrates all the people, places, and things that make the 4 Atlantic provinces so very special. From Nova Scotia to New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island to Newfoundland and Labrador, we take you to where the action is. And that's why we're in Moncton with Dean Brody.
Aw, that's my old pal Jason Barry, a member of Dean's band, and we'll get to the Brodeo in just a bit. Plus, we'll get the scoop on our awesome venue for tonight's concert and chat with the lady who'll open the show, Season 3 winner of The Voice, Cassidy Pope. We'll find out what it takes to play coast to coast on this Crop Circles and Tractor Beams tour and dole out some free stuff too. But let's get back to Mr. Brody. Yes, he's BC born, but when Dean and his family settled in Nova Scotia about 5 years ago, we welcome them with open arms. In addition to being named the #1 most played Canadian artist at country radio, Dean Brody has racked up 7 CCMA awards, including back-to-back wins for Album of the Year and Male Artist of the Year. And just last week, he scored his 3rd Juno nomination for Country Album of the Year for his 4th album, Crop Circles. Debuting at #1 on iTunes when it was released back in November, it's another disc full of hit after hit. Audiences can't get enough of Dean, so we're thrilled to be at Casino New Brunswick for this sold-out second date of the national tour. But it's a busy pre-show to be sure, so we gotta grab the man when we can between setup, soundcheck, and show. Let's go.
For the first time ever, first things first with Dean Brody. Dean, 5 questions. First thing that comes to your mind, they're all about firsts. Are you ready?
Okay.
First grade teacher.
Miss Cavendish.
First car.
Toyota Celica.
Color.
Yellow and a little bit of orange because of the rust.
I knew it would be yellow. Okay. First crush.
Ooh. My first grade teacher? No. I don't know. I actually don't. Yeah, I really don't.
Say
know.
Irish, you'll score major points.
Well, yeah, that would be a little weird if I married my first crush.
Well?
Yeah, you know, there was a girl named Leah Welch. I think she kissed me on the bus in like 1st or 2nd grade, and she was really cute. So yeah, probably her.
Nice. Okay. First vacation you ever took without your family, like your folks, like when you were.
Oh, I went to California with some friends of mine.
A boondoggle.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Went down the Oregon coast and spent some time on the ocean and stuff. It was pretty awesome.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
and our last question. First time you heard your song on the radio, where were you? What was it? What was happening?
I wrote a song called Sometimes You Step in It, and it was like a metaphor between horse or cow manure, horse manure, and life. And I recorded it. It was my first song I recorded, and it was on the local radio station. And I heard it playing, and it was pretty awesome, pretty awesome. The song wasn't awesome, but that experience was very awesome.
Have mercy, I've been hypnotized. He is some handsome, and let's be clear, busy. So we'll catch up to Dean for our feature interview in just a bit. Right now, it's time to meet with the man behind the tour, if you will, the president of the multifaceted, mega award-winning RGK Entertainment Group. Dean's management and record label, Open Road Recordings, that's Ron Kitchener, with offices in Toronto and Nashville and divisions that include everything from music publishing to television productions. The RGK roster reads like a who's who of hot. And after over 2 decades of countless awards, hit records, and sold-out shows, it's hard to find a better fella in the business to get business done. Ladies and gentlemen, musical impresario Ron Kitchener. How are you?
I'm very good. Good to see you.
It's good to see you, and that you're here on the East Coast we love.
Hey, I love the East Coast myself.
You have an affinity for this place.
I do. I certainly do. I actually have a place 20 minutes from here in Shediac.
Did you get there
a summer
this trip?
place.
No.
No. It's a summer. Well, hey, listen, we were down there at winter. We were down there during the incredible winter we just had for the Christmas holiday. So the family, we all went down there. Yeah, so it serves its purpose. It's just as nice in the winter as it is in the summer, but I do prefer the summer.
Sure.
Yes.
Who doesn't? All right. Now he looks calm.
He's got it all together, but putting together a national tour, it doesn't just happen. Ron Kitchener, walk us through it. Hey?
Well,
There's many.
How much time do we have?
Well, I just want to know because we show up and we all have a great time. But when does it start? Like, how many months ago or years ago or how does it work?
Well, this tour we would have been in about a year. Well, all my artists and especially with Dean, we plan well in advance. A tour goes kind of in cycle with our albums.
Okay.
Not all the time, but a big tour like this, certainly going coast to coast, would be better served tying into the album release.
Okay.
So we basically put out the album at a certain time, and we would, at some point put tickets on sale, and therefore the tour would start somewhere in the 3-4 months afterwards.
But you need to know where you're going. You need to radio and all that stuff.
Sure. Sure. Backing it up, we pick the markets according to, obviously Canada's not as difficult as America and other territories in the world. It's, we've got 13 big markets, and then we try to find another 8 to 10, maybe 15 secondary markets that have served us well, usually supported by a country music radio station or a good population or a whole bunch of other factors that are involved. But we've been doing it long enough. We generally know the right markets to hit at the right time. And then there's things like competition. Who else is in the market? Trying to stay away from them.
Right.
And Dean likes to tour. Dean's into this touring in
He's
February.
very good at it.
January, February. That's the only time he wants to tour, in the winter, in the middle of the Canadian winter. So, and that's we find that maybe most Canadians after this Christmas season, they want to maybe hide for January or half of January, and then all of a sudden they're looking to get out. And so February seems to be the time, and it seems to have worked. So
Okay, now you mentioned something in there, coast to coast, and Ron, it's very important that you hit Newfoundland. And
it's hard. Nobody can call themselves. Nobody can say they're doing a true coast to coast tour without having St. John's
but that
or
does
anywhere in
factor
Newfoundland.
into it, right?
Absolutely.
When you're putting together a tour. So take us through what do you go, I don't know if we can do it this tour. Like, what, as a manager, how do you say, yes, we have to go there? I know he's got a huge fan base.
Yeah, well, first of all, we hadn't been there. And I think him going over and shooting a video with the Great Big Sea guys and he's dropped Newfoundland into a couple songs, and he certainly is fond of it. He had a great time there. He loves the people there. And so we felt it was very important that we started the tour there. And that's exactly what we did.
How many more cities, and how does it roll out from here now? You guys pack up and you roll.
We have another 3 weeks of touring right to Abbotsford, BC, and that's 2 buses, 2 trucks, tractor trailer trucks full of gear, video equipment. A lot more than the last time we played here. So we're stepping up a bit.
Yeah,
and
bigger and bigger.
we're into large arenas, and we're playing to in larger venues with larger stages, bigger production, and that's obviously a byproduct of Dean's continued growth and his popularity and his ability to sell hard tickets.
Oh, it's awesome. Well, we're glad that you're here, and all the continued success in the world. Because Ron Kitchener, I knew you back when, eh?
Yes, you do. You've known
I'm
me
so glad
for
he
many
still takes my calls.
Oh yes, absolutely. Well, how could I not? Are you kidding?
I'll pay you later.
He's such a great guy. You can find Ron Kitchener's Cool People profile in the Affinity Pool on CNBC. And you'll also find one for my cousin Dan Swinnemer, a talented musician and producer. Dan's been working and writing songs with an artist by the name of Madeline Merlot for some time now. And following a very impressive radio station showcase, Ron Kitchener himself flew from Tennessee to BC to hear her perform. He signed Ms. Merlot onto Open Road Records, and my cousin Dan onto his Rogue 11 publishing company, and together with Denny Carr, they've worked towards producing Madeline's debut CD. And as it just so happens, her first single, Sinking Like a Stone, was co-written by Dan and his friend and former bandmate, Jeff Johnson. And get this, Madeline will be opening for Dean when the tour wraps up in Abbotsford on February 22nd. It's a small world, wah? Some cool. Truly cool and super sweet and crazy talented to boot is Jason Barry, who made a cameo at the top of the show. He's been appearing to Mr. Brody's left for as long as I can remember. An award-winning musician, producer, and studio owner, Jason played for me way back in the day, along with everyone else who was lucky enough to book him. These days, the Newcastle, New Brunswick native is a certified member of the Brodeo, along with Lyle Mozan on drums, Mark McIntyre on bass, Scott Galloway on keys, and the newest member, Shane Gousset on fiddle. You've just got to hear the music they make. It's outstanding stuff. Still ahead on the show, I'll get my game on at the casino and get the scoop on what gift Dean gave Cassidy Pope before their tour began. And of course, we'll have more with Dean.
Now, I got to ask you about Bounty, because first of all, it's like a movie. And so I say to myself, Dean Brody, is there going to be like a Bounty the movie, or?
No.
Why not?
Well, for one, my acting is really bad.
I thought you were great.
No, I know. People say that to me, but it's really, you know, it was something I tried and it was fun, and we wanted to do something different, so it was a lot of fun. But the Bounty the movie, that's it. You saw it in the video.
Really?
We're done, yeah.
Wow.
We took shelter in a chapel beneath the blood moon sky. I bought a gun and made Shannon my wife. We jumped in a boxcar to old Mexico, where I ain't worth a penny of my bounty back home. No, I ain't worth a penny of my bounty back home.
Welcome back to CNBC. We're in Moncton, hooking up with the Crop Circles and Tractor Beams tour, starring multi-award-winning singer-songwriter Dean Brody, with special guest Cassidy Pope. Casino, New Brunswick is the site of the second stop on the cross-country tour, and what an amazing spot it is. I met up with General Manager Craig DeMarta to get my game on and get the scoop on this world-class entertainment destination.
Craig DeMarta, I love it here.
Well, thank you. We love having you here. It's
There's
awesome.
action. Is that fair?
It's always action.
Yeah.
Excitement, action, lots to do. You know, it's a great facility. The hotel's 4 Diamond. It's the only 4 Diamond property in all of New Brunswick. 4.5-star Canadian. I think the only one in New Brunswick. A great spa and an entertainment center is just incredible.
And a lineup. You're constantly bringing in these world-class acts, which I love.
Yeah, I think that Moncton's proud of the center and how much variety we bring in, and it's really great.
And the casino, I played my hand and did quite well. But these games, I mean, it's a constant buzz. And I saw like Flash Dance, and there's Da Vinci. There's all kinds of different themes.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that now, Craig? What's the latest?
The latest really is the game you played, Aruze, is first of its kind in Canada. We're the first property to have Aruze games in. They're super popular. Some of the
moose frightened me. There was shotguns and they were looking at me funny. Eh?
Yeah, well, you only killed a few, so you're all right. There's 600 games, and pretty much you'll find your game here. So,
yeah.
And that's what we say, find your game here. That's our slogan. So.
Is that true?
It is true.
I like that. I could see that on a t-shirt. Your food here, we should not gloss over that because that's pretty amazing.
The food is incredible. It really drives a tremendous amount of traffic into the place, and the buffet, the pricing on the buffet is just incredible.
Yeah.
So we do like 100,000 buffet covers a year.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
How about groups? Now I'm just thinking, if I had like friends and I wanted to get together, how does that work?
So, as far as like in the buffet?
I'm thinking, I'm just thinking like bachelorette parties and stuff. Do you have a lot of fun groups that come through?
We do. We actually do have a lot of bachelorette wedding parties too, because we have a great.
You must do weddings.
We do weddings. Yeah. I'm actually the preacher. No, I'm just kidding.
Can you imagine? Would you dress up like Elvis if we asked
I
you?
would, absolutely. I have no shame.
Now, Craig, you come from a long journey to get to New Brunswick. How do you like it here?
Oh, I love it here. The people are incredibly friendly. I know, you probably heard that before, but it's really true, especially compared to Las Vegas. Las Vegas.
True?
Oh yeah, Las Vegas. I don't know any of my neighbors. You drive in, you hit the remote on your garage, you go in, and you don't see anybody for months. So
okay. But
here it's like the neighbors come and say hi to you and bring you a pie and invite you to dinner. So it's just totally different.
Well, we are loving that we're here, and now you've got a great concert here tonight, sold out. You're not probably, that's not a strange phenomenon for Casino New Brunswick.
No, we basically sell out most of our shows here. It's just the people here support music like crazy. So it seems like everybody plays here. Everybody's a musician or knows a musician, so it's really a great place.
And it's a lovely room.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
The sound is just incredible. So the difference between going to like an arena or the Coliseum and here is just night and day.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, we're happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Oh, thanks for coming.
Do you want to point me into the direction of a really lucky machine?
Oh, there you go, right there. Hot shot.
And while I have a go at that, you have a gander at the incredible lineup of artists set to play at Casino New Brunswick this spring. For information on those shows and more, visit casinonb.ca. Now on with our show and the lady who'll open tonight's concert. After being declared Season 3 champ of NBC's The Voice, Cassidy Pope has been center stage. The 24-year-old Florida native had 4 chairs spin and had country great Blake Shelton declaring her a superstar out of the gate. A hit doc show on CMT, a CD debuting at #1 on the country charts, and a fan base that keeps on growing. I mean, she posted this pic flying into Moncton and got over 10,000 likes. Then again, what's not to like? She's a doll.
I can't believe I'm sitting beside Cassidy Pope. Hello. I can't. Hi, Cassidy. So many people were like, okay, wait, you're going to go see Cassidy? You're going to go see Cassidy? And I was like, yes, I am. And they said, ask her about the chairs. What about the chairs?
Like the chairs, as in the voice chairs?
Yes, the voice chairs.
Okay, they spin.
Yes.
And they're very comfortable.
Oh, you sat in them?
I sat in them, yes.
I'm just thinking of the moment. Now, with somebody like you, there was no real worry, I don't think, when you walked out there that they'd spin.
There was.
No, stop it.
You can't help it.
Well, you're standing there now, and there's 4 chairs, and walk us through that moment. They're calling right now saying, don't talk about the chairs, right?
That's Blake. He knows when I'm talking about the show. Yeah, you walk up there and they don't introduce you. There's no applause. It's just you walk up and your heels kind of clatter on the stage, and it's just you. The song starts, and you're lucky if you get a little bit of a crowd response when you first start singing. Thankfully, I did.
Yeah.
He was warm, he came around like he was dignified. He showed me what it was to cry. There's nothing where he used to lie. This conversation has run dry, but that's what's going on, and nothing's fine, I'm told.
And it's so nerve-wracking. The first 3 turned around, and I just wanted to like throw my mic and be like, I'm done. I gotta go like take a nap. I was so relieved, but they told you like you cannot stop. If you stop, we can't show the show. So
you just kept singing.
As much as I wanted to collapse.
What was holding out for? Just,
you know,
he was posturing.
Yeah,
hey?
I think he was trying to make me sweat a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I originally just wanted Blake to turn around. That was it. And then when the 3 turned around, I was like, I kind of want 4 now. So he made me sweat. But
and you got it. Okay, now we're here. And now what about it? I mean, my God.
It's been an amazing journey.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to be on this tour with Dean Brody, the Crop Circles tour, because I have never toured, done a Canadian tour specifically. I've played a few dates in Toronto, Montreal, and Ontario, but I've never done the whole place, and it's unbelievable. It's been really exciting.
And now, did they mention? I was just gonna say, like when they booked you, did they go? It's gonna be in the winter.
Yeah, they told us, and they told us to prepare. Of course, I brought a pea coat, which is totally not enough. And Dean was very nice and got me a parka and some mittens. So I'm all set now. But
very good. And you need a toque.
A toque?
A toque.
A toque?
Like a hat. If I'd known, I would have knit her one. Hey?
Oh, thanks.
I would. I'll mail you one. She's like, please don't give her my address. But no, I will. I'll knit you one.
Oh, for a free hat? Sure.
Okay, so now, so it has been, I guess, just us. You're swept up in it, and you're here, and you're on the east coast of Canada. Talk to me first about St. John's, Newfoundland, because you have a big following there. What was that like?
It was amazing, and it's always surprising to go to a place for the first time and then see that you have fans. You know, you'd never expect your music to make it that far away, but it does, and it was really rewarding. I got to hang out with a bunch of fans after my set and take pictures and stuff, so just to be able to get to know them and talk to some new fans now, it's exciting.
And you just did a great event here in Moncton.
Yes, I did the acoustic set with XL Country, and it was fun. It was very intimate. We got 20 winners. That's it to come in, and I played a little acoustic set for them. Did a little Q&A during the set. It was really fun. They're really sweet people too.
There's people out there, and they're saying, "Can I do that? Like, I would love to do that." What's the best one piece you would give them as far as advice?
I would encourage people to not give up so quickly, because there's a lot of really talented artists out there that are doing well. You know, they're playing sets at local bars, and you know, they're making good money off of that. But you know that they wish that they would be doing something a little bigger, and that's because those people give up way too soon, and they kind of just throw in the towel, and because they're scared that it's not going to turn out the way they want. So I really encourage people to go as far as you can till you can't go anymore, till it's impossible, because that one opportunity might come up before, you know, but like when you least expect it. So just keep going.
Well, we're awesome. And thank you that you made it to the East Coast of Canada. She's amazing.
Oh, you're
Cassidy
amazing.
Pope, I'm sending you a hat.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Keep me warm.
See what I mean? She's the sweetest. And speaking of sweet, there's that parka Dean gave her. While Cassidy sound checks, it's time for the CMB Scene Stealer. And I got a great letter here that reads, Dear Stephanie, I would like to nominate 4 young women from Nova Scotia as Scene Stealers. This team blew my socks off with their competitive spirit and determination. They're the youngest team to win the under-21 title in Nova Scotia in 20 years. And we're the youngest competitors in this year's M&M Meat Shop's Canadian Junior Championships, featuring teams from all provinces and territories. The girls showed confidence and talent, winning 8 matches and only losing 2 during tournament play, ultimately finishing with a bronze medal, but they did manage to defeat the gold medal winning team Alberta, who only lost 1 game during the whole week, the game they lost to Nova Scotia. They live in different parts of the province, Chester, Berwick, Hilden, and Fall River, and all travel to different rinks to practice and train with their coach Andrew Atherton of Chester. They give up a lot for their love of curling, as do their parents, since 3 of them aren't even old enough to drive. For all these reasons, and because they're lovely, skilled young women, I nominate Mary Faye, Skip, Jennifer Smith, 3rd, Carly Burgess, 2nd, and Janique LeBlanc, lead, as true Scene Stealers. Sincerely, Catherine Clute, Chester. Well, we couldn't agree more. Team Nova Scotia, you are CMB Scene Stealers. If you've got a person, place, or thing in Atlantic Canada that you love, let us know. Then on each show, we'll announce the CMB Scene Stealer for that episode, and if your entry is chosen to be featured on the broadcast, you'll score a special edition CMB Scene t-shirt. Hit our site for all the details on that, and now it's time to dole out some TV free stuff. Up for grabs in this show, a signed Crop Circles t-shirt. Mr. Brody signed in the front for us there, and the Brodeo has signed the back. How cool is that? And it could be yours if you can tell us, what article of clothing did Dean give Cassidy Pope before the tour began? It's that easy, because I want you to win that much. Once you know it, hit the website at cmbscene.com, click on the TV free stuff button, and submit your answer. Good luck to ya, and we'll be right back with Dean Brody.
Day-o, day-o, roll that barrel out, he'll say day-o, day-o, twist the tap and pass it around.
If you haven't guessed it by now, we're huge fans of Dean Brody. Hit the site and you'll see we've been tracking his career since Brothers broke, and meeting with the man whenever we can. Like a great chat dockside in Chester, we got a hilarious Insights in 10 and a Redux more recently. You gotta check out the features, because he's the finest kind of fella. So cool we get to catch up with him again. I can't believe how awesome it is to be standing beside you. I was looking at our old footage, and that was like 4 years ago.
Was it really?
And I said, Dean Brody, what's going to happen to you in 5 years? And this is it, right? The national tour. You actually said, I don't know, national. And here you are.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I've been really fortunate over the last 5 years. It's hard to believe. It really
well,
is.
I'm going to say 4 and a half.
No, it's
Let's
5.
be technical.
I think 2009, I think, was when Brothers came out. So it's gone fast, and it's been furious, and it's been awesome. You know, I really have enjoyed the ride, and hope to keep, you know, along the songwriting journey with you guys. It'd be great.
What's it like, though, but now you're filling up stadiums and people are singing along with your songs? Is it still awesome? Like, or is it getting better?
No, it's better. I mean, because when you first start out, you have a song, and you're supposed to play like an hour and a half, and nobody knows your stuff, and so you're doing other people's songs. You're doing songs and nobody knows that they're your own songs. People are talking over your music. It's like, it's hard, right? But now it's like everybody knows every song, and so you can do a full show and really enjoy it because everybody's participating and we're all sharing in that moment. So it's definitely gotten better.
Yeah. So now I asked you 4 years ago where you'll be in 5 years. Where will you be now in 5 years, Dean?
I hope I'm still singing and writing songs, and I hope I can keep writing. That's the key, because you know,
where are you getting inspiration? Is it like, do you
everywhere,
wake
yeah.
up in the middle of the night? Is it on the bus? Like,
it's just, I don't know. Sometimes it's a movie. Sometimes it's just people. Like, I'm fascinated by people and how they live their lives. And on the East Coast, there's a lot of colorful people around, right? So, yeah, you can't.
I ran into Dean once in the post office because we live sort of in the general area, and I swear he flinched. Hey?
Yeah, I remember seeing you.
See, he's trying to wipe it from. It was not good. Remember,
I
wasn't
saw you in an
fit for.
antique store
Yes,
too, yeah.
but I was not fit for public consumption that day, and I scared Dean. I'm not going to kid you. Remember that?
Oh no, I don't remember that.
Oh, I'll pay you later. I heard you're writing a screenplay. Is that true?
Yeah, I've got like 3 or 4 on the go, but it's just for fun. Like, it's kind of like, you know how some people.
What do you mean for
watch,
fun?
Well, some people watch birds for fun, and I'd write. I love stories, so it's not just like writing songs. I love writing all kinds of different ways to tell a story.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Do you like the whole literally and then they move through the room all like.
Oh,
technical?
I love it. I love it. I don't know if I'm any good at it, but I really do love it. Wow. Yeah, because it's so visual. It's cinema is one of the greatest ways to tell a story.
Yeah. So you're a movie guy.
I love movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it, and I said who would play you. Do you remember who you said?
Mm-mm.
Really? Has it changed? The movie, the Dean Brody story. Who plays Dean Brody?
I don't know. Who was it? Who did I say?
You said Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You haven't
Why
changed?
not? Sure, I'll go with Morgan.
Playing in Atlanta, Canada. I know you live here. What's it like?
It's great. I mean, music diversity, that's what the East Coast is all about. And so I just love it out here. It's a slower pace. It's a very musical part of the world, and the fans are great. They're great. They let me take a musical journey, and it's been a lot of fun.
Okay, and let's talk about the fellas that flank you out there on the road, because I watched the Facebook posts and the tweets and the whatnot, and the Brody, they're kindred spirits. Is that fair? Or?
Yeah, and they call themselves the Brodeo, which is kind of weird.
No,
I told them, guys, you got to go with a different name. But yeah, no, they're amazing guys, and I mean, it's some of my best friends. We've hung out for 5 years now.
Yeah.
So
and you get to know one another. Let's be clear when you're out there.
Yeah, and they're really great guys. I mean, not only they're some of the best musicians in Canada or North America, but they're just great guys, great hangs. And couldn't ask for a better group.
And you made a really great friend in Alan Doyle. I know It's Friday has become like a mantra for people now. How did that come together?
I wrote the song and thought, man, this would be really cool to do with Great Big Sea. And my management talked to Great Big Sea's management, and Alan called me up out of the blue one day. He's like, man, I really dig this song, and let's do it, you know? And so they took it into the studio in Newfoundland. I think he has a studio there. And they did their thing, and we got together for the video. My first trip to Newfoundland.
It was so cool.
Yeah,
hey,
it
that
was
video?
fun. It was a lot of fun.
You looked like you had fun.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, would you have a favorite haunt there? Did you go any of the locals?
Alan took us to one place afterwards, and I forget the name of it, but
Is it the Duke?
Yeah, that may have been it actually. But, I mean, you could go anywhere on Water Street, George Street. It's all awesome down there.
Awesome. You're awesome, Dean Brody.
Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate it.
You can watch this episode of CNBC and all the other great Community One programming anytime you want. Simply click the On Demand button on your fiber optic TV remote and follow the steps on your screen.
That's going to do it for CNBC here in Moncton. We're going to enjoy the rest of this concert. Hope you can catch Dean as he crosses the country on the crop circles and tractor beam tour. We'll see you next time.